So what you're gonna see here is a pretty typical date where I follow most of the rules of a date. I actually have the girl meet me on a street corner near where I'm staying. We actually walk into my place right at the start of the date, and she actually leaves her bag in my place, and then we go out on the date. So talk about like seating and framing and whatnot. We have to go back to my place for her bag regardless. I don't try to make a lot of moves or anything like that. When we're back at my place, just let her be comfortable. Let her spend some time getting to know me, etc. But then also notice like the vibe on this date. Notice how it's constantly flirtatious. It's not obnoxious, but it's just constantly flirtatious, and it's constantly man to woman, okay? So without too much further ado, let's crack into the date. But this is taking way too long, so she's probably waiting. And
no, it's all good.
Feeling terrible.
I kind of want to go somewhere outside. Is that possible?
Let's do this. I'm right there. We'll go up and Google a place. I know there's one sangria place, but it's not outside, but come.
Oh, okay, cool. What?
You'll just all over the place.
No, I had a dance. So you'll take it? Like meaning the check, because I was a waitress.
Uh-huh.
Because they were like fighting over who's going to pay.
Ah, I see.
Commercial for a bank.
So you were...
What was it?
That's a commercial for a bank?
I live actually up there.
Really? Yeah. You're like my neighbor. Or not really my neighbor, you're the neighbor of where I'm staying.
Oh, you're not staying here?
No, B&B always everything, so it's never,
Oh my god.
What?
Stay out so late last night.
Yeah, I sleep a lot. We should go, I think it's this way, yeah? Second is this way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we should, okay. Yeah, the place is on.
Yeah, we'll go.
Where did you want to go? You have a place?
No, we're walking to St. Mark's and be spontaneous.
Gotcha.
You forgot already.
No, St. Mark's is that
It's
way.
your plan and it's that way, but it's also...
It's all on.
Oh, it's between first and second? I thought it was second and third.
St. Mark's is all...
I know, it's first to third, I guess.
And then you can even go into Alphabet City. There's places by the water. Like the beer garden.
Okay.
Okay.
Whatever you say, little girl. Whatever you say, it's your world. I'll just,
Okay.
I'll just occupy for a while. Dear diary, the girl seemed so sweet, and then she got cocky as soon as we got outside. I don't know what happened.
What'd you say?
I said, dear diary, the girl seemed so sweet, and then we got outside and she got cocky.
But there's also like a bunch of bars up second and third also. Like up toward 14. I don't know.
Then in dancing, did they teach you as a girl that you're not supposed to like overlead the man?
Overlead?
You know what that is?
Yes?
Yes.
Is that what I'm doing right now? Are you calling me out on it?
I don't care. I don't actually mind. It's just, again, waffling. You're like, you pick. Actually, should we go this way? You pick, but should we go this way? But I don't want to, but shouldn't we?
Okay, then I'll just follow your lead and shut up.
You do everything I tell you to?
We'll see.
I like where that was going for a second. Yeah, I feel like, isn't there like some kind of like healthy, crunchy-ish place that has like wine and food like in this general area? My friend used to live here.
You're probably right.
Yeah. So I think a lot of this speaks for itself, but I do want to just point out a couple things. First is that I'm not massively uptight, right? I'm just letting the logistics kind of feel themselves out, and like wherever we want to go, we're going to go. It's not a big deal, right? I'm not like, we must go here, we must go here, we must go here. I am leading, I am dictating and making decisions, but I'm not like anal retentive about any of it. Next, notice there is a subtle man-to-woman tone, but it's not crazy. And notice that I'm actually giving her shit tests, right? Instead of most guys are like, the girl's giving them shit tests the whole time, and they're like responding, reacting, hoping to get through it. I'm actually giving her a hard time. I'm teasing her, so she's the one that's being kept on her toes rather than the other way around. That's very, very important overall.
I've never gone Korean food, I don't think.
Here, boom,
Okay.
done. And a balcony.
Perfect.
Lovely. Cannot get better. How you doing? Could we do 2 for like lunch, dinner, whatever outside? Thanks.
What do you prefer?
Beef.
I guess I'm adventurous today.
You guess you're adventurous today?
I'm up for whatever.
Say that again.
Oh, no, I will not say that again.
Why?
I will not say that again. I'm up for whatever eating.
Whatever delights I'd like to cross your palate with.
I'm not gonna say that.
All right.
So what were you saying before? Oh, yeah, that you're...
I don't know. Oh, that I'm beautiful and stupid.
Oh, okay.
And that you need to appreciate me for my, appearance and body, because that's all I have going for me.
Oh my god.
Order this and drinks order this outside no this license this and that.
We don't have a license outside. It requires separate license.
For what, alcohol or for?
Yeah, for
Okay.
alcohol outdoors.
Okay.
I can sit you right here.
Do you want to sit like right by the? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's okay.
Totally fine.
That's totally
It's
fine.
okay.
That's totally fine. Oops, sorry. The last one's actually useful though. Will you marry me? Are you rich? Answer the second question first. You can use that.
Yeah, there we go. Now I have a new
A new way to, solicit patrons of the arts.
Exactly. Thank you. See? It's worth it for me to meet you.
I'm glad I could contribute in some way to your life.
I'm just being mean.
If this is you being mean, I'd hate to see you nice.
Why? You'd hate that? Oh. One of those.
One of which?
No,
You said that without knowing. You said that without knowing how to finish it. Actually,
I know what to say, but I don't want to say it.
I'm glad you're trying to tiptoe the tightrope for me. It's very sweet.
That's exactly what I'm doing right now.
I'm glad you like me enough to do that for me. It's sweet.
So how long are you here for?
So notice how I'm constantly putting her on the spot, right? I'm constantly challenging her, but in like flirtatious, nice ways, but she's always being challenged. Also notice the eye contact and the silences, right? I'm using it very, very powerfully, right? She's getting flustered. That's what you want. That's what like attracted really looks like, is she's a little flustered, she's a little nervous around, she doesn't quite know what to do. That's what you're going for.
Cheers.
Cheers. I'm envious. I'm gonna get that next round.
Gonna get this?
Yeah, next round. Assuming we like each other and not like split after the first round. Assuming you don't hate me by then.
Oh my gosh.
Good?
Really good. Really sweet.
That's what they say. I don't believe it, but apparently.
That's sweet.
Now that I'm sweet.
Oh, you're sweet. Oh.
Oh, you. Oh, you.
Oh my gosh, my voice usually is... Never mind, it's not an important story.
Okay.
She's always like, hey, when we come to the door, she's like, hey, you. And like literally, we're like, I don't think she knows any of our names.
That's
She literally
awesome.
just said that.
You're
Tried.
such a little white girl.
I am.
Such a
I'm
little white
probably
girl.
way younger than you think I am too.
Are you 12?
I'm 12. I just turned 12. Just had my 12th birthday.
You're very mature for 12, like physically.
It's not weird. It's so weird.
You must get a lot of attention in middle school.
Middle school has been kind of weird. It's interesting. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm a little bit intimidated by all this.
I'm sorry, I'm just a man, really.
How do you do that?
How do I do what?
Skill.
What's the skill?
Nothing. I'm not gonna.
Being as ridiculously
Compliment
arrogant
you.
as I am?
Exactly.
You're not gonna compliment me?
No, absolutely not.
It's gonna be a very bad relationship if we don't compliment each other.
Oh my god.
I think that people in a relationship should make each other better, don't you?
Alright, I'm trying it. No.
I mean, as much as I want to have, do you want me to like feed you? Do you want me to feed you?
I'm having a lot of trouble.
What?
I'm having a lot of trouble.
Do you know how to do it?
You want to show me?
I'll try. As best I know how.
Okay.
Okay, so this goes here.
Oh, I was really wrong already. Okay.
Probably higher up, but it's okay. I guess closer is
Higher
better
up
for
on
control.
this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and then second one goes between this and this.
Okay.
All right, and then you just use this finger. You can support with that. Okay, yeah, there you go.
Oh.
You're like,
really?
yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
But honestly, what all my Asian friends have told me is as long as it works, as long as it gets food from plate to mouth, it's acceptable.
Really? Because I feel like if you cross it, it's a much tighter grasp.
It's what?
The food. I feel like it's just more secure. Stop twisting everything I say.
I'm glad I make you insecure.
Oh my god.
What?
I'm gonna throw this chopstick at you. I wouldn't actually do it.
You'd have trouble eating after that.
It's true.
I'm not twisting things you say.
You are.
No, I'm just taking the real, like, meaning and bringing it into the
Oh, that's
light.
what you're doing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad you're telling me that.
So what you're seeing a lot of here is a skill called misinterpretation, which means I'm essentially twisting everything she says. I'm taking everything she says and I'm turning it into a compliment, turning it into a sexual advance. I'm having a very pleasant, normal conversation mostly, but then every now and again, I'm throwing in this stuff that's like reminding her it's man to woman, reminding her that like I'm a little more clever than her, keeping her on her toes, bringing it back, that kind of stuff. And again, you notice how she's getting emotionally aroused, she's getting frustrated, all that kind of stuff. Like, what is that? I'm like, it's a cherry. I think we should take our time with that.
I'm done. I'm so done. I'm not even gonna say any more words because you're just gonna twist them.
Well, no, I'm not like opposed to the idea. I think you're very attractive.
My.
I just feel like, you know, I'm at a point in my life where I want to be a little conscientious about who I get involved with, you know.
Oh. You're still talking. Why are you still talking? So, anyway.
So anyway,
Did I try everything?
not everything, but most of it.
No, I think I did.
You tried the bean paste and the.
I didn't try
things?
that. I did try this.
Oh yeah.
I tried that with the real way to hold the chopsticks that I gave up on already.
Look alright.
I was over it.
Let me teach you over time. I have a friend who holds them like this. He's like Vietnamese. He holds them like this, and he can literally like spin it out to like all the way here, and then like snap it back like instantly and spin it, and he can get them like this, like a vice.
Skill.
It's amazing. It's like it's like some ninja stuff.
So if you traveled, where's your favorite place you've been?
Like, you have to differentiate because there's best experience and favorite place. Because sometimes you go to a shitty place and you have a great experience
really
there,
great
right?
experience.
But
Well, I guess I'm
like
not,
place I would go back to, or a place that I had an amazing trip to.
a place that you like want to go back to. Or you could tell me both.
Actually, I want to go back to Asia, but differently. I went to Singapore earlier this year, and it looks like I'm going to go to Tokyo
How long
in
have
the
you been
fall.
traveling for?
Like, what do you mean? You mean for like basically as a lifestyle?
Right.
A little over a year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, I did a bit of travel, mostly domestic in the United States before that, but like for like traveling the whole world and doing it as consistently as I'm doing. Yeah.
Cool.
I'd been to Europe, I'd been to Australia before, I've been to obviously Canada a few times, Mexico, whatever. I went to South America and played soccer for a bit. So you'll note here that the vibe has changed a little bit. It was just obnoxious teasing. Now it's a little more get to know you. And what you want to have happen actually over time is that you have this get to know you and have this like intimacy and her actually chasing and trying to find out about you. But then you just keep adding in the gamey stuff, the flirtation, giving her shit test, that as like a spice. So it's not the steak, it's the steak sauce, right? So normal conversation is the bulk of the meal, and then the gamey stuff, the misinterpretation, the teasing, giving her shit tests, that's just the seasoning on top of it. And that's what makes it great, but if that's all you were doing, it would taste awful, right? You need a good mix where you're having a lot of normal conversation, a lot of normal stuff going on in between as well.
Soccer?
I was a very serious soccer player once upon a time. Interesting. Why, did you ever play soccer?
No.
That's why I'm not morbidly obese.
Because of big soccer?
Give it time though. You know, in a few years you'll roll me down the street. It'll be cool. That's just what I'm looking for. I'm looking for more like a caretaker even than like a girlfriend, just because I know that I'll be morbidly obese soon and I'll need someone to like help me like get in and out of doors and things. And you give me a little shove to get through doorways.
I'm glad.
I just want someone I can be comfortable enough to let myself go as soon as possible.
Oh my gosh, if you meant that.
What?
If you meant that, I'd just walk up.
I mean, that'd be rude, but if you have to, I understand. Thank you so much.
Anyone would actually make the decision, like, I don't know. I guess some people might want that. That sounds horrible.
What, to be someone's caretaker?
To be morbidly obese. Well, just to be morbidly obese. To plan on being morbidly obese.
Apparently you've never watched The Simpsons.
I really haven't.
That's shocking. I didn't have like a weird puppy love crush on me or something like that. You saw me from afar,
saw you from
wrote me
afar.
love letters.
Oh my gosh, I did. Interesting. It's weird.
I
that
looked a
I'm
little
meeting
different
you
then. I
now.
mean, I looked younger. I hadn't had as much work done.
No. Did you really think I was that young? Or no?
13 or 22?
13.
Please.
No, I'm being sarcastic. No, 22.
Oh, wow.
You did?
I mean, that was my guess, right?
Yeah, I guess. But like, if you guessed older, then I would have been like, hey.
Not sure. Knowing you're in show business, I should have guessed older just because. You know, hear the meanest thing I've ever heard in my entire life?
What?
Like literally meanest thing I've ever heard. Okay. This is my friend. Friend who's a bit of a dick. So he's talking to this girl, and he's kind of like giving her shit to begin with. But they don't even know each other. It's like random like encounter, whatever. And then
Is the friend that painted something or?
no, different friend. Different friend. That friend that painted something is very nice.
Oh, okay.
This friend's a dickhead. But funny though. Similar to no one at this table. And
What?
anyway, similar to no one at this table, funny but dickhead.
I seriously have such a bad pattern in dating. Yes. I usually chase assholes, so. Probably because I'm this little innocent white girl.
I'm sorry to inform you that you're in really, really bad trouble with me then.
Okay. But, okay, meanest thing.
Oh, whatever. So, he goes like, how old are you? And she goes, guess. He goes, 22. She says, I'm 21. He goes, you should stop smoking.
That's horrible. That's horrible.
That was wicked funny, but...
Was she smoking at the time?
No.
Even worse.
Even worse. If she's smoking, it wouldn't be that funny. But without smoking, much more biting.
Oh my gosh. That's horrible.
It's kind of the same idea over and over in like a different package, but like
it
it's
feels
really good.
so good every time you open it. I don't know. I liked
That's
it.
what she said. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You.
Again, we've been there. Let's take it slow. Well, that was a pretty good one though. It feels
That
so
was a
good
good
every
one. That
time
was a
you
really
open
good
it.
one.
Like that's
That was a good one.
obscure.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that point. Can you try a cherry with your tongue?
I have the requisite mobility, but I've never really practiced. Can you do it? Can you do like the whole like that thing?
What, roll my tongue?
Yeah. Yeah. Theoretically, I'm told if you can do that, you can do the other.
No, I think I can. I've never practiced. I'm gonna do it right now.
Okay. Is it weird if I say this guy looks kind of hot right now?
No, yeah.
It kind of does though.
Does it?
Yeah, because you're like
Concentrating.
you're
Moving my
like
tongue.
focused but unfocused with this sort of like whimsical, airy look on your face, and then you're like manipulating your mouth. So I mean, it just not that it reminds me of anything, but like it just is very.
You're done. You're done.
I can go if you'd like. Do you mean to, like I'll leave a credit card? Is that cool?
I was gonna say.
Wow. Wow. Kick me out and make me pay,
I'm
huh?
kidding. Well, no, I will tell
You
you.
are a
this.
piece of work.
That makes a lot of sense. But then being called, it's like being called underrated isn't a bad thing. It just means that people want you to have a better future.
Oh yeah.
I'm very optimistic.
People wish me well.
Yes. So it's a good thing. You're not settling. You're not settling.
Never. So you can go.
I like knew that was coming. Now I can call it. I should just call you out before it happens now.
Not like you though. You're not so bad.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're super cute.
Super cute.
Let's go walk. You're super cute though. Come. So 2 things I want you to notice there. One is the decisiveness of the lead. When I'm like, let's go, it's just, let's go. It's not like, would you maybe possibly like to go somewhere with me? Perhaps. It's just, let's go. It's very, very decisive. The other thing I want you to notice is that we've kind of like implicitly agreed that we like each other now. There's this like calmness. It's not this like, it's not boring, it's not like mundane, but there's this like, we know each other a bit, we're comfortable, we're calm together. We've kind of agreed we like each other. So that's the vibe that you want to kind of have.
What are yours?
That depends.
Just living the dream.
Did you say just living the dream? I definitely did not say just living the dream.
I said that.
Oh. Fair enough. I don't know. Depends on what I choose to do, actually.
Mine's 99, so whatever.
I go with some friends. I technically have plans later from before I ever met you, but
What did you say?
nothing. Come
You had
here.
plans what? What?
You
What?
are an obnoxious little troublemaker, just so you know. Okay. That was a nice little dance move, by the way. It was very cute.
It was?
It was. What? Why do you give me that look?
What look?
Which look? What look, huh?
What look? I don't know. You make me so conscious of my look.
Don't be, you're beautiful.
Not those looks. Thank you.
Why are you so shy with me?
What?
You are, come on. I just want to talk to you.
What?
Come here.
What?
I'm not going to do anything. I just want to look at you when I talk to you.
Why?
We walked too far. We walked too far. We got to go back.
Why?
Because I'm at 74 and we're at 80.
Are we on 7th?
We're on 7. We just walked like a couple like, just like literally it's right here.
Right there.
We're literally right there. But it's just right. Next one. Entendu.
At all. I have no idea.
You're fine. Yeah, you're fine. I mean, it's a weird like poofy thing all over the place, but like you kind of have an afro.
Oh no.
What? You do. No, it's okay though.
If I do?
It's okay though because I'm Jewish. I'm used to that.
Oh, right.
There you see, as I said before, we go back and end the date where you want to end a date, which is back at the place that you're staying. Key things to note here, the vibe here is amazing. The way that I'm sexualizing is actually really, really, really good. Like it is, like it's just right on that border of obnoxious, but not quite crossing over. Like you can tell by her reactions, right? There's certain times she's like, oh, I'm done with you, it's too much. But it's always like with that tone of voice which says like, I'm really enjoying this. It's never angry, it's never truly, truly over the top. But I'm definitely pushing the limits. Most guys, if this is 0 and this is what you can get away with, they're like here, they're at like 10% of what they can get away with. You wanna be at like, again, about 80%, right? And what that means in order to know where you're at, as you're learning, you need to occasionally push the limits. You need to occasionally be like so obnoxious with the teasing and the flirting that you get over the top. And then once you get some actual reactions and resistance and goes like, oh my God, too much, that's when you can back it off. But find out where that line is, because a lot of guys think they're playing super risky and they're playing at like 10 or 20% of what they can get away with. So notice just how obnoxious I was being here, but how it was received super, super well. Notice the vibe, notice how I led, and notice how I handled logistics. So that's a great example of what a general date should look like.